How's it going, YouTube? This is Manny from Manny Fresh Bets, bringing you my against the spread picks for week 5 of the NFL. If this is the first time watching one of my videos or you haven't already done so, please subscribe, like, comment, and share. We had a pretty good Thursday night football game with our bets. We did win a same game parlay that I gave out on the video. I also gave out some picks on Twitter, so follow me at Manny Fresh Bets. We won the promo for DraftKings with the no points on the first drive, so that was kind of easy money there. Very low scoring game. Props to the Denver and the Colts defense for stepping up in that game, but that was just ugly football. It looks like 1920s, 1930s type football game. With the defenses just taking over. But this is the against the spread picks. I made a couple of bets already. This is going to be a 12-leg parlay, and I took the alternate spread, so you can find those in the popular section, and it's going to say alternate spread, and then you'll just kind of scroll down and look at those options and choose the ones you want. So for the first game, I took the Green Bay Packers minus 2.5. For the Giants, it looks like Daniel Jones is iffy to play. Tyrod Taylor is iffy as well with a concussion. So I think the Green Bay Packers are going to dominate this game, unfortunately, for my Giants. So I took them at minus 2.5 to win by at least a field goal. Then I took Minnesota to win by at least a field goal at minus 2.5. Same thing for the Bucs against the Falcons. Then I took the Cleveland Browns plus 7.5. I actually think the Cleveland Browns have a chance to win that game outright. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and I think whoever has the ball last is going to win that game. So I took them at plus 7.5, so they need to lose by a touchdown or less or win outright to win that leg. I took the Bills minus 2.5. I think that's good. That's going to be a blowout game. I don't see the Pittsburgh Steelers keeping up. I think Bills are going to win by at least 10 in that game. I just can't do 14 points. It's a ton, even though I do think Buffalo is the better team. Then I took Jaguars and the Miami Dolphins straight up. Then I took the Detroit Lions plus 10.5. It seems like Mac Jones isn't going to play. Bailey Zappi, I'm a big fan of his since his Wake Forest, since his Western Kentucky days. He actually set a record for the most CD passes in a season by a QB in college football. But this is his first start. I think Detroit is just going to keep up. Even if they lose, I don't see them losing by more than 11 points. So I took them at plus 10.5. I took the 49ers, a safe bet, plus 3.5. This can definitely be a trap game for San Francisco after that big win against the Rams. I just don't see the San Francisco defense letting up. So I think they're going to win that game outright. But on the safe side, I took them at plus 3.5. Then I took the Rams again, safer bet, plus 7.5. They're 5.5-point favorites. So I flipped it over to plus 7.5. I took Philly plus 10.5 against Arizona. I think they're going to beat Arizona, even though Arizona could be tricky and sneaky. They can maybe win that game, but they're bad at home. So I see Philly edging them out for the win. And then I took the Cincinnati Bengals plus 14.5 against the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens defense, especially the secondary, is terrible. Anybody could score on them. It's the Lamar Jackson show. He just keeps them in the games and wins the games for them. The defense is not doing them any favors, especially with all those injuries. So in all, I bet $3 to win $46. If you watch my videos, you know that I take one kind of conservative play, one moderate play, and one kind of a home run, more riskier play. This is probably kind of a moderate or conservative play. And then for the next pick, I took a 13-leg parlay. So I took Green Bay minus 6.5. So this is a little bit more aggressive or riskier. I took Tennessee to win by 3 points or more. I took the Vikings to win by a touchdown or more. Then I took the Atlanta Falcons plus 10. That one's risky, so if you want to take that out or just swap it out with Tampa Bay just winning. More than welcome to. Same thing for the Chargers against Cleveland Browns. I took them on the money line. This game is going to be close. I think it's going to be a high-scoring game, and either team can win. Just because of the Chargers' defense has so many injuries, and the offensive line now it's injured as well. Keenan Allen might be coming back, but he's going to be hobbled. So I can definitely see the Browns taking that game. So if you want, you can substitute the Chargers for the Browns. I took the Bills at the money line. Pretty confident with that pick. Pretty confident with the Jaguars. Their defense is solid. They've been doing a terrific job this year. You already seen them upset two good teams. And they actually could have beat Philly in that game. They were up 14-0 in a hurry. So Jacksonville is a strong team. I just read that Houston, I think Houston has won 8 straight times against the Jaguars, but I just feel this is a different Jaguars team. The Jaguars are they're focused. They're playing for the division. They can actually win the division. They already beat the Colts. So I see them winning against Houston Texans. Miami and the Jets. The Jets do have a chance to upset Miami, but I just think that the Miami defense is going to step up, and Teddy is going to do enough to win that game. Then I spoke about the San Francisco 49ers and the Rams in the other videos with the straight picks and the over-unders. This could be a trap game for San Francisco coming off a huge win against the Rams. Panthers might sneak out a win, but I just think San Francisco is better coached, better quarterback, better overall, and the defense is just going to step it up in this game. Then I took same thing for the Rams. Rush has been doing his thing. Dak might be back. I don't think he'll be back, but he might. I just think it's going to be Rush, and I think the Rams defense is going to do just enough to win that game. Detroit Lions plus 3.5 is a little bit risky. New England Patriots, I think if Zappe plays, they're just going to be run the hell out the ball. But Detroit, they have shown that they can keep up with teams. They don't get blown out. They're just going to keep going at you. So I feel pretty good about that 3.5. But if you don't, take them at an alternate spread, maybe minus 10, minus 10.5, or even take New England. Then finally, I took the Eagles to beat the Arizona Cardinals. Again, Cardinals could be a sneaky team. They could be the first ones to beat the last undefeated team. But I took the Eagles. I trust them to win this game in Arizona. Then I took the Bengals plus 3.5. I think the Bengals might win this game outright. They're going to keep it close. Bet a buck to win almost 380. Then I did a few teasers. Again, if you want to see how the teasers work, look at in the library. I have the videos on the playlist for how to do teasers and how to do round robin. So I'll probably put a link down below on the comments. Did a 7-point teaser. So I took Green Bay Packers minus 0.5. So they just got to win by 1. Minnesota and Jacksonville just to win outright. That's what the 0 means. So basically the money line. Buccaneers minus 2, so win by 3 or more. The Miami Dolphins to win or lose by 3 or 4 or less. Then I took the Titans plus 4.5. I took the Saints plus 1.5. That could be a tricky game. Seattle is playing better, but I just feel the Saints defense is going to step it up in this game, especially at home. Take a look at the injury report. Winston, Michael Thomas, and Kamara are all questionable. So this might come down to a last-minute notice in terms of who's playing in that game. But I feel like the Saints are going to keep that game close. And again, I took Cincinnati plus 10. Bet $3 to win $24. And then I did a bigger teaser plus 8.5. So Packers plus 1, Minnesota plus 1.5, Jacksonville plus 1.5. Then I took Miami plus 5.5, the Buccaneers plus 0.5, Titans plus 6, San Francisco plus 4. Then I got the Rams plus 3, the Bengals plus 11.5, and I got the Raiders plus 16. The Raiders tend to play, Kansas City pretty well. All their games usually are close, except for one that the Kansas City just blew them out. But the Raiders play Kansas City pretty close almost every game. Then I took yet another teaser plus 6.5, so you can see. I'm not gonna run down the numbers there because you can see them. The only difference is I took the Chargers plus 3.5, and I took New England plus 4. Tennessee plus 4. Arizona I took plus 12. I think they're going to keep that game close. They're going to be competitive. And then the last pick I took was Kansas City minus 1. And then this is just kind of another teaser that I did plus 7.5. I kind of played around with all the teams to come up with different things that I like. So most of these picks are the same except for a few. Like in this one, the Bills, I got minus 5. The Saints plus 1, Philly plus 4, and then the Raiders plus 14. So in all, I bet $3 to win $63. So that's going to do it there, guys. Some things that I'm thinking about, too, that I might post on the Twitter. So follow me at Twitter, on Twitter at Manny Fresh Bets, are some of these spreads that are on right now. I'm definitely thinking the Packers are going to cover that 8. Even though it's a lot. I'm thinking Seattle might cover that 5.5. I'm thinking Pittsburgh might cover that 14, but I just don't feel comfortable taking that because Buffalo is such a good team. I definitely feel like the Vikings are going to cover that 7.5. The Jaguars at 7. Miami at 3. Buccaneers and Falcons. I mean, I do feel confident about the Buccaneers winning. I just don't know about 10 points. That is a lot of points to be laying. But I feel like they can probably pull it through. If they stop the run, which they're really good at stopping the run, they're probably going to win by double digits. And then Tennessee and the Commanders. This game kind of scares me. Tennessee coming off a great win against the Colts, divisional win. Washington Commanders have not looked great. But Vegas is kind of begging you to take the Tennessee Titans on this, within less than a field goal. So that could be a trap game. Same thing for the Chargers against Cleveland. Then 49ers, I feel like they're going to win by at least a touchdown. I think Arizona's going to keep it close. Same thing with the Cowboys and the Cincinnati Bengals. That last game, I'm not too confident about. I think the Raiders are going to keep it close. If you want to take off that bet, you can. But I'm going to make a quick $1 bet to win almost $1,100. I do think these teams are going to keep it close, and the teams that are supposed to blow out the other team will. I just don't want to lay that 14 with the Bills. It's tough. So that's gonna do it there, guys. I really appreciate all the support. Appreciate all the likes, the comments, all the shares and the retweets on Twitter. Greatly appreciate everyone. Enjoy your Friday and Saturday of college football. Enjoy your Sunday of NFL football. Hopefully we make some money together like we did on Thursday. I'm recording this on a Friday, so obviously we'll be in touch next week. Follow me on Twitter again. Comment on the comment section. Let me know if you want some money with me. I just want to get you guys so we can make some money, kill the bookies together. This is what it's all about. So thanks a lot, everyone. God bless. Have a great weekend, and we will see you next week.